Hello again, chaps and chapettes. How are we all doing? It's lovely to see you all again as always. What I'll do today, guys, is make a brief video about something that I put in my community tab about a day or so ago, about a tweet from Geert Wilders. Geert Wilders being the, well, should be Prime Minister of Holland, but yeah, he's failed on that. He's given up on it because no one would form a coalition government with him, even though he won the election. Democracy's taken a bit of a beating in Holland, it looks like. But that's another story for another day. His original tweet, shall I say, was Allah Akbar is what the terrorists shouted after killing innocent Russians in Moscow. ISIS is getting stronger and stronger again. Today Moscow, tomorrow Amsterdam, London, Berlin or Paris, unless we stop them. Now, as a concept, I can get on board with that tweet. It sounds nice, it sounds good, but I've got a bit of a disappointment coming to old Geert here. It's near on impossible to stop these terrorist organisations, particularly ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Taliban, that sort of a thing. I'll explain why. Over the years, we've been involved with wars with these people, like in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, things like that. We take out their leaders, we take out their fighters, what have you, every single time, don't we? Like the Iraq war, for example, there was a Taliban leader there, I think he was Taliban or Al-Qaeda, one of the two, called al-Zarqawi. He was the one that orchestrated the beheadings of people way back in, well, the early 2000s, 2005 I think it was, the very first beheadings. Ken Bigley, the American journalist, Nick Berg I think his name was, he was the one that performed them sort of things. He was taken out in a drone strike. Great, it shook them up a little bit, made a little bit of disarray, etc. But within what, 24 to 48 hours, someone's in his place. That's always the case, you see. There's always someone there to replace the fighters and the leaders that you kill. President Trump did the same when he was in office. He killed a leader over in Syria somewhere. He was replaced within 24 hours. That's why it's near on impossible to defeat these terrorist cells. Not to mention that Muslims are spread far and wide. Islamist Muslims, not all of them, don't want to be too harsh. Islamist Muslims who want to, what's it called, Mujahideen or Holy War, whatever the hell you call it. I'm not all that clued up on these silly words. But yeah, they want to fight for some sort of holy war, want to fight for Allah, want to fight for Islam and the homelands and all that shit. They are far and wide. They're in New Zealand, they're in Australia, they're all across Europe, Spain, Portugal, Paris, everywhere. So even if we obliterated Afghanistan or Iraq, that'll do no good. They'll just come from overseas or start infighting. We have sleeper cells in this very country, brought in by boats or legal immigration. They've been radicalised, everything. Like I say, it's near on impossible to stop these people. The best we can hope for is the intelligence services stopping attacks like the MI5 and the CIA. Even that's not a given, as we all know too well. The Manchester bombings, for example, which were known by authorities and nothing was done about it. Hence the loss of about, 20, 30 young kids that went to go and see an Ariana Grande concert and never came home. Thank you, MI5. Thank you, police. Thank you, intelligence service. But in my mind, that's the only way we're ever going to really make an impact on these people. They're spread far and wide. They have children at a much higher rate than anywhere else in Europe. Go figure. So yeah, initially, yeah, it's a nice tweet, it sounds good, we must stop them, we must fight, we must be strong, yada yada yada. But the fact of the matter is, you'll never stop them completely. And that's a sad truth. Right, that's my video, guys. Thanks very much for listening. It's a bit depressing, I know, but I just thought it needed to be talked about. So yeah, there we have it. Thanks for watching.